Hey, how you doing? So, this is another Scorpio reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So, let's get into this reading, shall we? Right. Don't forget to check out all the star signs in your birth chart to see which ones are going to resonate with the readings on this platform, as they all give information to certain situations and things in your life. So, also subscribe to the channel and press like if you do enjoy the video. And don't forget, you can always leave a comment down below. So let's get into this, Scorpio. Maybe I want to see you. I'm open to that. Evil men or evil man, particularly a man that wants to speak to you, could be in his mind about brewing with karma and wanting to know he can get it from you. Doesn't want to see you exactly because he knows you don't want to see him, but he would happily be able to see you in the mindset that you have. Ideally, stare at you in your head, your mind, or your soul if he wanted to. So it could be that you see things in your mind with him there. Ideally, you could speak to him directly and he could hear you, or he could hear things that are coming to you and want to know what's going on before you. He's a spiritual warlock, but he also realized he could see you and hear you. Also, I do see that in the past there could have been some information coming in that has been kept silently. It could have came to you or it could have came to someone else, and it's very, very hidden or private. But it does say that it's rushing in fast, and you have to rush fast towards it to see what's going on, or the person behind the scenes needs to rush towards it to see what's going on too. Maybe there is something going on with a female, a nurse, or a happily married man that wants to know you. It could be either or, but it does say someone wants to know you and wants to know what's going on soon. It could have been open gossip as well, or some type of laughter with someone that didn't get revenge with something that they wanted. Maybe even seeing that they wanted to probably give you problems. It says also a mental health nurse could help you, or a pastor. But also, there's a problem with a family member that needs support with mental health, or problems with probably a nurse, or maybe even a pastor, something to do with a family member. Also, a female may not want to speak to you, but she's coming in today to see if you're okay. Doesn't say who, but it's a female and she wants to speak to you on the telephone. It could be today or tomorrow or another day, but she's speaking to you, and very soon you will hear from her. Okay. It also says your love life suffers a lot. You have no one to speak to at times. You realize you don't have to worry about it though, because you do have good news all this year. And it says sometimes you speak to your friends, your family members, or people, or even your lover at times when you know you need him or her. But it does say sometimes you feel bothered or overwhelmed or you need help. And it does say you need help a lot. But I know I need help when I want help, not when you say it. And it says demons are watching you clearly, wanting to know your every move, your lifespan, your life, and everything going on in it, and your mind telling you off that you see things. It says someone says you know too much and they are bothered. Jealousy is running through your veins, whoever you are. It says the demon that wants to speak to you directly keeps coming up with things to say to you or wants to know that you are there. But this man says he don't know how to speak to you more than this. He's probably going to put down the shame and walk away. He knows he can't talk to you more than this because he's shamed. He has to look forward to blessings in his life in another way. Okay. It does look like something could be rushing towards being shut down as it slowly has been coming into your life constantly again and again. Or maybe even past news that has given you governancy over your mind or your abilities to move forward has now stopped or come to an end. It says you will have great news overall when you struggle a little bit to finance your mind about things that you want, or maybe even see that you have good news when you move past something because someone wants to know that you can finance them or finance something that they have for you. Maybe even study it a little bit because it could be something to support you or maybe even something to support them. But you probably want to give yourself better news. So you're not going to struggle anymore than you have been, but you're going to give yourself good news to move past something. And it doesn't say that you have great news overall with your mum or your family member. Maybe in spirit. It does say family member could have died, or maybe even one that's going to die soon. Doesn't know who to speak to, doesn't know who to trust. Demon spirit wants to know that she could die, or maybe even come to you and speak about dying. Maybe because she wants to know she's died, or she has died, or she hasn't died yet, but she could be telling you news of death coming to her. Maybe feeling like she wants to die or curl over, maybe pass out, or see that no longer in her mind needs to think about these things because she's always thinking about death wishes in her mind for someone, or maybe even knowing that her lifespan is coming to an end soon. Okay, so take it as it resonates, listen to it carefully, and you'll understand whether it's for you or not in some way. It says, all this time you may not have time to look into your blessings, but you can see that blessings can come to you. Even when I dress well and go out, I see that I don't have good news. Some of you want to know that you've got good news with your work, maybe more than a lover, and maybe paying attention to your work is very good. At times you need support. You may not see family members come to you, but it says someone wants to speak to you about plans they have to evict your mindset from theirs. They don't want to know that you live in their head. Maybe you do live in their head though, because constantly someone says that you see them a lot in your mind. But maybe they're wrong, because it's not me that's sitting down looking at them. It could be something that someone's saying to them, maybe wanting you to look into their mind a lot, but can't get you to do so. So they have to push them away. Maybe they have to look into the problem and seek for help as they're trying to look into problems today with you, looking at something and maybe even looking at how they could curse someone. This man is something I want. I said it. I didn't know how to get you back for what you did. And I want to know if your readings come out anything like I said it would, I could tell the story in my own way. I want to know she moves on. But how do I get your readings to come out in a way that I said it would? This is where this person needs to piss off. It says someone here is trying to riddle you and stories you say as a reader to come out and speak about it in the way they want. And it doesn't help you. It could be an aunt or a family member, but it's also a negative female, possibly someone you may know or not know. Ideally, it could be a friend of a frenemy or an enemy of someone else's that wants you to trouble someone for them, using you spiritually to curse you. And it says no one is going to curse you. So you have to block this person and make sure you leave their minds wondering why they tried, because their demons are coming to them to collect their mental health away from you. So it also says that someone's going to evict someone's mindset from theirs. It says a demon spirit has been warning you and a family member for too long that they want them hurt. You have to move this person on. Clearly, he has family members in his mind and he has to move on from these family members. It's a child, and you need to help this child move on from the family member that hurt him or her. But you have to help them soon, as they're trying to warn you something's coming to attack them, and it's never ending, but it will end soon once you get in touch with whatever spirit or ghost or demon that's probably troubling this child, maybe even a son. And it does say a family member is trying to warn you and tell you this. So whether it comes through this reading, or it comes in your dream state, or it comes through word of mouth, or you're going for a personal reading, or you're just telepathic, you've got esoteric information that comes to you, you're spiritual, something's trying to tell you of these things, Scorpio. It does say that you love yourself very much, so very, very good, and you help yourself with very, very good news. Ideas are coming flooding in, blessing you with many, many jobs and workflows and things that you could do ongoing. It's very, very good you take your time, and you've seen this, but you've got to work on why it's going to take too long, absolutely too long for you to work on. But right now, it's not really taking as long as you want, because it's taking as long as you need. At this time, you need friends to pretend that they're there or not there. But at times they're not there, so you can't help yourself but give yourself new friends. Maybe a friend will come and help you, but what friend? Who knows who and what? Because not very many of them are good to you. And you need friends right now to support you with things that you need. Maybe even one or two to see if it's going to help you change the idea or the mindset of yours, because someone else wouldn't mind that. But it also says it's not going to work out if you want to bully me, attack me, or use someone against me. I know who you are and I know who's doing this. So you might have to move on and think about why you're even trying so hard to let people know that you want them to hurt me. You have clarity about who it is, and you also know your friends, your family members would never try to harm you as much as a family member that does it all the time. Demon witchcraft mother or father. Some of them are very, very mad right now at you, Scorpio, and some of them are witnessing bad moods. Maybe even some of you have aunts and very, very bad mood family members that are around you. But someone here is doing this and deliberately trying to pull you in to a bad mood and bad relationships and bad omens and bad spirits and cautioning you to walk away, but you can't. And it does say when they tug on you, they tug on themselves too. So you have to find out how to push yourself away from this. Spiritual leadership is something that you've been looking into for some of you guys that need occult energy or maybe even practitioner energy. Some of you guys need support, so you will be looking at it. And God knows you are spiritual, so you've been looking at Haitian roots or maybe even African roots. Some of you have been looking at folklore, maybe even paganism. Some of you guys are looking at many things that are going to support you with all these things you need to support yourself out of something and maybe even in something as well. So do not be afraid if you get yourself tied up in something that you didn't know of, but do not war with it, as you need to support something that's going to help you out of something and into good news. Let it be known that you have great news and not bad news. Blessings are there to help you pass a demon spirit or a bad omen or a bad family member or a bad parent or a bad situation that has been casting spells on you for more than a lifespan, if you look at it in the way that it is. Mostly that because someone wants to take you as a spirit and a demon in the death wish that they want you to be in. This person is not crazy, but they do know they are, because they don't know how to stop, but they will pick on you and pick on you and pick on you. Now they're moving on because you've cast a spell on them, but you realize you have, and you're going to do it again, and it's going to happen again and again until you realize that they're gone. And spirit will pull you out of the problem and lead you into another issue, but you have to let go of the problem and let the demon spirit move on. It's not going to be easy to let go of love life or drama if you don't lose out on a negative spirit, one that keeps pulling you around and around. It's definitely a man that lives around you. He does know he's been looking for you in the mine at times. Warning, he has a next friend around you that could be pulling you in the same way too. So he has to let go of your spirit, because he's warned you if you live around him, he's going to pull on your energy, but he will stop once you realize who it is. It's a nasty woman that lives around you, and she does live downstairs from you or maybe upstairs. Some of you guys live around her in another room or in another block or another building, but some of you guys are dealing with her face to face and may see her in the time being. Not many of you go through this, and not mantras or mantras that could come out and harm her. She says, I feel these demons and I'm going to be picking on them today. If you don't move on, I'm going to harm you. But it also says you're harming her right now so she can move on. It will pick on her and pick on her and pick on her until she moves on. But it says you will also get picked on, Scorpio. So you have to be mindful about when they're picked on. You get picked on until they're moved on, because they're picking on you as they're being picked on. The person that doesn't like you is picking on you as they are being picked on by spirit. Okay. Some of you are dealing with witchcraft women, men that don't know how to stay away from their mindsets and be good. All this year is going to be plus-sized minds of evil, really looking forward to bad news for you. And even the demons inside the system are looking for it too, mainly because they need help support with their mindsets in law and maybe even in the garden of the nights that they use to pretend that they look forward to. It says they know why they would say it like that, because people look at them all the time like they do tax paying mindsets. Ideally, they don't want to speak a lot, but they do say things in ways that they can play along with the mind game. They say they know things in the Mason energy, and Masons will help them pass the mines. Have you heard I'm a Mason? I told you that, didn't I? I told you I have friends that are Masons too. And people will tell you that I'm a Mason. So I'm not going to give you any news about me or us until you understand that I can't give it to you. But I will warn you, you are under attack with spells of ours. Maybe other people's spells too. But I warn you, I leave you alone because I'm not going to pick on you all. And I wonder, can you see me? Absolutely right, I can see you. Some of them can see these Masons and look forward to blessing them or cursing them or hearing from them, but others can't see them at all. So, Scorpio, you'll be able to see them more than others. And many of you want to know what's going on with Masons, or maybe even looking forward to talking to them if you don't know that they are Masons. Because some of you are wanting to know your energy, your spirit, your guides are letting you know that you can move forward with blessings, as Masons will purposely put you on that path to getting a blessing or a curse. And this is where it goes wrong for Scorpio. If they can't hear themselves seeking help from a demon, they have to move past the energy and see that it's not going to work. They have to wait and see if curses are going to move past them, because curses are right now very, very moody and very, very broody for energies that are going to help them be nastier to someone. So you have to move past these energies, Scorpio, and let demons be demons. Ideally, you've got to see that blessings are going to work out just fine for you and not curse you in the system, things you wanted to know about or even receive or get from the system. So make sure you see that blessings come and not curses. Do I hear you all saying that you want my help? I need you. I need your help. It says you will see that blessings come. And I can see you all being farmers, gardeners, or maybe even nursery nurses, or maybe even something you said you wanted to do in the future. It says all this time, I never wanted to know I was going to be bad. I just know that I wanted to be good. I want to see that you all get help. And I don't want to hear that you're not getting help. So I will see you one day when I'm not trying to harm you. This is the government speaking. And it also says they want to know that they help you all in London, maybe America too, and some of you guys in New Zealand, maybe even Zimbabwe, some of you guys from Kenya, and maybe the American coasts. It says all of you guys are going to see me one day. I realize I have to see you all one day to help you, because I'm not letting go of this. Masons is something that we preach about or even deal with, and we work on these things to help you all. But you have to move past it now, and maybe even help me while I do my research and my work to help support you all out of a problem and maybe into another one, but I'm not certain it's going to work out. So I will look forward to you blessed and cursed, and some of you will be good to your minds and move past it. A demon spirit that I have seen, and maybe even a problem that I've seen in the karma, laughing society of the governments that do own these structures. Things that you will see and not see. And at times you will see them if they talk about it, and maybe not see them if they don't. But you will hear that something is going on or feel trouble in the air, maybe even in the clouds. Some of you guys do research with astrology, and maybe some of you do a lot of research with karma, with other things that you do and not want to talk about in the secret ways that you look at things. Tarot readings, even occult practices that we are not aware of. It says, I know this because I'm looking at you now. Karma is there with you all. Whoever looks at us too deeply is in trouble. And I want to know that you're all under attack from me and you. I know that I want this because I am the government, see. And I hate myself for this, but I see clearly a bad omen with some of you guys coming out and dealing with us in the courts, as you will do, and you will see court cases come to you. But I don't want to hear that I'm not in trouble, because I will be in trouble, but I have to see if it works. As I warn you, I am in the world today to change up things like ruling out things or ruling out things. Maybe even karma is coming to me, because some laws cannot be changed. But karma can change the laws in a way that we can put some laws in the way that we want to see them, and then put new laws in the ways that we don't want to see things, but maybe have to, because we have to help you. Because we're not greedy, but we've been told that we are, and we have to change things for our family and for the society Don't forget the society, because you all are very stubborn and want things your way. And people have told you this. Even members of the family have said you are bloody rude the way you dress up in your mind to take revenge on people's children and family members. Very, very rude. And lie, teeth, and pretend. It says you all are under attack for this. You may have to see yourself troubled one day. If you all come out lying, it's not going to be easy to lie because people still see through you. You are just a demon spirit and you are all under attack. Many of you will see things and not see things. Some of you in the world will laugh at things, make fun of it, but a lot of you will see what's going on through the news, through the government seat, through the telly, and maybe through the channels that you watch, even the spiritual ones, and maybe even just YouTube, or even telling us that you will hear things online or through the media. Just tell us if you hear anything, because you will see that you need to be spoken to or you need to know things. Just know things and we will know that we need to change things. Wow, Scorpio, you are getting first-hand information in regards to the government and what's going on behind the scenes and on the surface. It does say Scorpio will get this information more than anyone, as changes are going to happen through their name or through their mindsets or through things that they know they see. Maybe even the energies of Scorpios. But Scorpio is dealing with a lot of drama because of them, and they have been for years. But this is where it goes wrong for Scorpios who don't know how to deal with things. You have to practice what you preach. It says if you're going to do something, do it. Let them see that you're not playing, and fight if you have to. You may want to see that you're tired at times, but you don't have to fight. You can hide out, and you can even hide out more and more. Just pretend that you're not seeing them, and maybe even laugh and run. And then don't see anything that's going to happen until they catch you, but maybe they won't catch you. So really look into things and read things and understand things in a way that you could study your health, your well-being, and your body. Everything at once, because you are going to get good news if you study this and move past it. Demons are with you now as they try to brush their heads against yours and kick off in the mind. With the government trying to bruise you, evil Satan is with them, and they realize they can harm everyone on earth right now, troubling everyone. Scorpios, they are troubling the most, and every Scorpio will feel the wrath of Satan more than anyone, because Scorpio is what they need to change and use to change, and they can't get Scorpios to do the job. They need to move on to Taurus and maybe even Sagittarius, but they can't get enemies to help them, including Scorpios, because Scorpios have been their enemy and maybe even not their enemy, but they've tried to warn Scorpios that they need them, and they can't get Scorpios to help them because they're not kind to Scorpios. Scorpios do need support, and they really need support with many things. If you listen to them, they'll give you support. If you don't give them the right things that they want, they're going to harm you, because you've been using them for years, and you need to stop using them because they're not your friggin' playground energy. They're not your concubines. They're not your family members that you could just use and abuse. They're not friends of yours that you can play around with, and they're not anything to you that you could just use and think you could trample on. So Scorpios will put up a fight in the next week or in the next month, but you will see this in society, and they're going to harm Scorpio, but they will also harm you. So keep fighting, Scorpio, because the government will use you and push you down a well. They don't want to know that they can stop, but the truth is they will stop one day when they see Satan turn against them, which will happen in November. It's going to happen now, because Scorpio is going to turn around and harm them, and they will see punishments for every man and woman on the planet that is going to harm Scorpio, because this demon is going to change in November. Wow, Scorpio. This is why you guys have been going through it, honey. Because the government has been using Satan against you for years. And it says it's getting worse, or it's gotten worse over the years. But you have to see good news with your wishes, your prayers, or whatever you're doing to make sure it is good omens for you. Falling down a well is not easy. It says you don't want to be in that well. So you run, you hide, you skip, you jump. You do everything that you can but shout. These days you don't shout much. You realize you don't shout either. You don't need to shout anyway. You will move on from problems of the government because they want you to know that they are harming you, and many of you too. Just don't speak. Please don't speak. But they are going to harm you again. And they will trash their minds trying to harm you. But they're going to fall hard on their heads. And dealing with you is not easy because they have to fall till they bust their heads and maybe fall asleep. And then they see that they can't get up. And they will do this by the new year. Wow, Scorpio. Mm, mm, mm. They are coming into revenge, but it says they're not, because they're going to go down and they're falling hard. Wow. Karmas with Scorpios. It says you all think that, but you're not going to hear from them again. They are looking for you to fight, and they are fighting you to the end. You will fight them, they will fight you, and you will fight and fight and fight. It says Leo energy is fighting them more than anything. Libra is also fighting them, and cause for concern is there for can you tell who it is? It says one of these days someone is going to harm you. I want to know who it is. As a plus size woman, so she's seen a lot and she wants to know it's happening. So she's going to help herself be mad. Anytime you want to see a witness, it's going to happen. And this woman says she's been praying for this for a long time. She's a Libra or an earth sign, possibly even a star sign that doesn't want to be seen, like Sagittarius or Aquarius. Possibly one of the two. Gemini could also be there too. But warning, you will see where it's going in the next week. Warning, it doesn't say it's not happening. It is not happening though. And you have to understand, it's never going to happen. As long as you bruise her and harm her and hate on her, it still wouldn't happen. So keep doing it if you want to, but you're going to get harmed. And it says, I know that because I keep praying for this. I will work on it. I will study it. And I will also pay them to get you dirty. It says, no one's going to get you dirty more than me. And I told you, I am warning you. I will beat you to death. This is where a personal problem comes to you with your family member too, who also sees you are really mad at him. It says that you know you love him a lot more than anyone behind the scenes that pretends they could love anyone. So warning signs are there for this female to move on. If you could hear her right now, she would love to know that he's in her mindset, with her, by her side. But it's also telling her that if you too shay her, like if you say, all right, I'm going to do something, fuck you because you did it to me. It says she's going to borrow time to blackmail you. And she will do it again and again and again. So when she stops doing it, it will be hell that freezes over. But the warning signs are there for her to look at herself and see that it's never going to happen again. And she will see this one day. I cast a spell on her. I make her feel like drowsiness comes to her. Or maybe even a home. Somewhere where demons can travel and pick on her mindset. I will look for this one day. I'm going to look for it soon. In fact, I'll look for it today. But I will see that she is harmed every day of her life. Karma with Emmanuel, who wants someone to target you and harm you. But this man is never going to be easy to deal with. It does say you see someone like this, or a man that's called Emmanuel. Certainly someone called Kayla or Carol, or even the demons that want to possess you right now. Say it, because there is people out here that do want to harm people. And if you have K in your name, I in your name, E in your name, L in your name, or even earth sign energy, you may go under attack. And it does say that you do have earth sign energy in your chart. For some of you guys that are dealing with it, you may not have good news with this, but you will go under. But if you have earth sign energy that's not going to allow this to happen to you, you are going to have good news. So maybe you should pray for God to have good news in your earth energy, and you will have good news. Okay. Wow, Scorpio. It says every day you've been having great news, but not all the time. I want to hear it's bad. Someone keeps wanting this until they curl up. they will curl up and they will offer themselves bad news every year. It will happen to them. They've prayed for it. They drag you down in the mud for it. And they warn themselves. They want it so much, Scorpio. But you have to wonder why they want it so much. It's because her enemy wants her to have it. The one that slept with her in her mind. The demon dick that she fell in love with. It says that person wants her to use his mindset against you. And he also keeps looking for you to love sex in your mind and never wants you to look at it in a demonic way. He says he doesn't want you to understand it in a bad way either. But it says you will probably know more about it in your life than his. His is a way of looking at it like it's great. Yours is not. And it says some of you know why. It's sex without permission. It's sex with no respect. And it's sex with, I know I want to harm you. It's that type of sex he wants you to have. And he wants people to have that kind of sex with me. I said this. It says, you know who you are. I know this because I am Lur. I know you know me as Lur or Lorraine or Libra energy. It says you all know who you are. Some of you guys are going downhill with bad news. It says you're all going to have good news though once you move past it with the demon. And it says he knows who he is too. He's a Capricorn, but he also could be a Leo, Aries, or a very mad Sagittarius. Maybe even an April Fool like the Aries that he is. And also a nasty little man that wants to pretend that he has something great right now with you. It says you could be dealing with a Gemini, but the Gemini doesn't want you to speak about things in a way that you have good news. Some of you are dealing with this, but all of you will move past this in the month ahead and have good news. Wow, Scorpio. So, let's see what else is going on. Because it's so full of drama. People just want drama for you constantly, Scorpio. They don't know how to stop. It says people don't want to know they're pedophiling on your mindset the way you thought about it, but they can't help but do it. And then they realize they're horny as fuck. But it's not everyone that's like this, Scorpio. It's a man that purposely wants spells to happen in a way that it happens to you. And there is a man that wants it to happen to you more than a frenemy. It says it could happen to you or a frenemy. And maybe even a mental health narcissistic man. Karma is with them right now, dealing with their demons. And they wash away their sins looking for you. But it doesn't say that they've given up on the spells or the things that they wanted to do to you or have happened to you. So you've got to kill them in their mind of this. Using voodoo or voodoo or even Haitian spells could help you. It could also harm you if you're not careful. Some of you guys used to use special Santeria spells, maybe even hoodoo. Some of you guys have witchcraft. Some of you guys have God, spirit, the angels, ether. Some of you guys have all kind of Christianity. Even Muslim energy is there. Maybe other Christianities or even certain demonic spells that you could use. Some of you guys have Christ and you know Christ is with you. But some of you guys use religion as a way to help you. And this is what's going to help you more than anything. Your religion is what matters to you. And these things will make sure it opens a gateway for you to move past and get out of it. Get out the demons. Get out the riddles, the curses, the spells. Get rid of the narcissistic mind games that keep holding you down to their spell work. Get rid of the man that keeps doing this to you. He begins with A and not a B, but a D. And D is also there too. It's A and D. These two men, whoever they are that begin with A and D, they are calling you to have fun. But he's going to move past it. I know it. He can pull you back in your mind again and tell you that he's going to do it again. But he's warning you, Scorpio, you have to move past it because he's a demon. Okay. Wow. Oh, gosh, Scorpio. That's a lot going on. Let's see what else is going on, shall we? Before we end this reading. karma with some of you dealing with a man because he has sex with a female that he doesn't like, and he noticed that he's holding you down to a stale warning that he says he wants for you. And it can't happen without the man that he used before. He has to move on, and he will be dealing with his mental health in the next week or two. As he moves past it, you can say something to help him move on or use a spell, but you've got to use it quickly because he is holding on so tightly. You've got to move him on now. Okay. Right. All my life, I've just wanted to belong. Never tell me I can't belong. Anywhere I go, I don't belong. It says you all wanted to harm me. Now I will harm you. Carefully use the spells you're going to use on him, as he may backlash and hurt you. It says you've got to see where he's going in his bloodline. Family members wanted to harm you through his energy, but you've got to harm them first. Scorpio will deal with this. We will help her. It says you will be helped more than anything, Scorpio, now that you've seen a person that wanted to harm you, really harm you, who was hidden. It says they know they have to speak their minds, or even tongues. Sometimes they use tongues, but warning, African tongues was sometimes there. It says because he was hidden behind a spell. Someone cursed him and put a spell on him, but it warned you to move past the spell and get to him and fuck him up. You've got to deal with him and the woman that put a spell on him. She has got this coming now. I want to hurt you. I told you I'm never going to come back to you again. It says the woman says she wants to come to you because of a frenemy told her that she has to stay with you. And it's a father figure that you know you have that belongs to her. It's never really hers, but she believes that she has to hold on for dear life. She is karma and she's evil. And she will punish you, but she's got to punish herself now until the end. Someone is going to harm me. I don't care, it says. You should never give her demon spells to use against me. I've told you this. Now move on. It says someone here is partnered up with someone and they've been using each other to curse you. They've been cursing you together because one likes you for a reason and not, and the other likes you for a reason and not. And both of them dislike you for the same reason. They hate you, but they want to harm you together. And they've been teaming up to hurt you, Scorpio. So now's your turn to hurt them. One by one or together you will curse them, both at the same time. Now you will see blessings come after this. Burn a red candle, a blue candle, and a white candle. And you will see that you can burn the black candle afterwards. Make sure you do this, as you will see spirits come and harm them. That's it, Scorpio. I'll speak to you next time.